Alrighty. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Pretty Powerful Podcast by D. I am your host, D. Help me welcome my guest, Z, here.
What's up?
And we're just going to continue our topic today. But first, I will let Z talk a little bit about business ventures and what he's doing.
What am I not doing? I currently have my own business with my sisters. We opened up what we want to think of us starting our generational wealth. We want to have something, to pass on to our kids and so on and so forth. So, because we didn't get anything passed into us. So, with that being said, we started a business called Soulette LLC. And from that, we have many tangents. Me being Soulette Fit, my sister being Soulette Amore, and my other sister being Soulette Swim, of which my business is just starting to pick up. I have merchandise, podcasts, amongst other things. And it's just been really starting to take off. So that's been very exciting lately and keeping me busy.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's what's up, and I love that, and I did see that, but I like that y'all are working together. Like that's dope. I feel like you need more of that.
For sure.
Siblings working together, just people working together in general.
Yeah, especially for our people, our culture. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I feel like our culture, we so divided.
Yeah.
And when we come together, it's already been noted that when we come together, we're way more powerful together than separate. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to instill that in my sisters.
Facts. Because you're the oldest, right? Or are you the oldest? Okay.
Yeah. It's
All right.
been a hassle.
It's been a hassle.
It's been a hassle. All these 25 years.
Yes. No, I feel that. I definitely feel that. My sister is younger than me, and we be
at each other's necks.
Yeah, we about to box. We about to box. But it's all good, though. It's all love. And I believe that, though, that you do need to teach habits that you were not taught. You know what I mean? Even if whether it's to your kids or to even your siblings, your family, period. I think that's our job, to teach people things.
Exactly.
That's why I do this. Yeah, for sure. But so tell me a little bit about I'll even say like the last 2 years, because really it's all been crazy and it's been a whirlwind for everybody.
Yeah.
But what have you experienced?
Well, man, the last 2 years, I feel like anybody can attest, like just been hard.
Yeah.
I've never witnessed the start of a pandemic before, you know what I'm saying? So that was new. Being locked in the house kind of drove me crazy, but also brought out new talents that I didn't even know like I was interested in or whatever. So hence the podcasting.
Yeah.
But man, the last 2 years, I would say a lot of change. I moved back to Minnesota from Canada. Went to school in Canada for the last like 3 to 4 years. Been there, and then after I graduated, I lived there for an extra year. I wanted to say that was a huge change for me because I had no family out there. You're just on your own.
Right.
Totally different than the States. So that was different for me. I experienced a lot of things there, a lot of hardships, just finding myself, and that is where I also began my transition, because most people know me as a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when I began my transition. I felt like the biggest test and testament to myself was moving back home, and being myself around people back home. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people knew me as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So when you reintroduce yourself, there comes explain yourself multiple times. It seems like it never gets old, but it's like you have to do it inevitably. But
yeah,
that's been my last 2 years, and it's been a lot of hardships, but a lot of growth.
Right.
And that's what makes it kind of beautiful.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think that says a lot, anyways, about moving somewhere. That you don't know nobody. Like, you really got to get to know people. Me as an introvert, I can't do it. I mean, I probably could if I had to, but I don't think I would choose to. But that's dope. So when you moved back, how did everybody react?
A lot of people were against it. They didn't want to accept it. I went through my hardships with my parents and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you know, I'm an introvert too, you know what I mean? So I feel like I almost have to like start from the beginning, because
Yeah.
people know me, as you probably know, as like shy, reserved to myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Yeah.
never got in no trouble. I just did what I had to do, got out of there. That's it. But I felt like when me coming back home and coming out and letting people know, like, yo, this is what I'm going by, he, him, these are my pronouns, this is where I'm at right now. It forced people to see me in a different limelight and take a step back, because it's like, well, dang, I ain't know this person before, you know?
Right.
You're voicing all these opinions, and you're opinionated now, and you're speaking out, but you kind of have to be, because if you don't protect yourself, who will? You know what I mean? So a lot of times I felt like I was fighting to defend myself, and at that point, you know, I felt like if it's gonna destroy my peace, then I gotta respectfully, you know, be at a distance, because, you know, mental health is real out here. So so yeah, it's been a hassle, but it's been getting better every day. Still working on it, of course, but it's been getting better.
Yeah. No, I think that's true. That's true. We definitely, and we gotta experience it, really, because that's what makes us stronger. That's what makes us who we are, or who we want to be. Like, we're trying to get to that place. And I think when you make it and you can look back and you say, damn, like, I did that. You know what I mean? Like, I did that. Like, this is success to me. You know what I mean? This is winning to me. Like, everything I've been through, everything I went through, like, this is what it was for. This is what it's worth, you know? And it just means that much more when you work so hard for it, and when you go through the motions and you're like, damn, like, was it worth it?
Right.
But it's like, it is. You just got to keep going. So I feel that. I really do.
And that's what my brand is about. It's about work, wellness and work. You know what I'm saying? Aligning. I don't want to think of myself as just a fitness brand, because it's not just a fitness brand. It's a wellness brand, where we focus on mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, of course, and social well-being. And my mantra for my thing is because you're worth it. So that's exactly what Sulep is worth. So
I love
that's
that.
what we try to go for.
No, that's dope. That's so dope. So in your like transition and like talking to people, and like finding yourself, like, what was the hardest part for you, and how did you overcome that?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I feel like that's loaded.
It is loaded. So you can break it down however you want.
Yeah, toughest part. All right, I guess there's a couple tough parts. In the beginning, I felt like, not that it was a secret or anything, but that it was a secret. And many times when I had to come back home to visit, I felt like I had to change my whole lifestyle to like accommodate what they knew to be who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
I felt awkward, because I ain't even like, the way I dressed was like entirely different back in Canada. I'm chill. You know what I'm saying? When you go to a different country, you have the opportunity to, you know, write your own story. People accept what you show them, and that's what it is. So when you come back home, they already know you to be such a way. So it's like you constantly fighting against that. But yeah, that was tough for me, because it was just awkward all around. My girlfriend, she's Canadian. I met her up there. She's the one that's been very like motivational through it all, like just pushing me, like, yo, just be yourself, you know. They gonna love you regardless. You just gotta set that tone, let them know what is what, and go from there. You know what I'm saying? And don't backtrack, because when you do that, then you're gonna confuse them, because they're trying to go off what you're telling them. But if you're switching it up constantly, then, you know, they're like, okay, well, do you know? But, yeah, so that was one thing that was hard. Another thing was just my mom's support. I come from a majority of single parent household. My father has been locked up for majority of my life. So I hold my mom's opinions to like a high standard. Of which I don't think she realized. Most black mothers don't realize how much, you know, they really like affect, you know, how we carry ourselves, the presentation, expectations, so much. And my mom was like super hard on me, like, you come in with an A minus, why is it an A minus? It should have been an A plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an A at the end of the day, but like let her tell it, it's a problem with it. So there was like an expectation. I felt like she vicariously had these expectations, and lived kind of threw me a little bit. And it kind of rubbed off on me to the fact that like I didn't want to oppose that.
Okay.
So it was very hard for me to like no, mom, that's not what I want. This is what I want, and so on and so forth. So that was hard for me. And then just, you know, her being like in the wind about it, not her being like, I don't care what you identify as, I'm here, I love you, that's what it is. That's what I needed to hear in the beginning, and I didn't really get that till a little bit later. So that was a little bit difficult for me. And then I don't know, I guess just family that I haven't really been around. You know, coming to family functions and stuff, and you know, they're like, oh, okay, what's up?
Like, what's up?
What's up? I'm like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
And it's just awkward, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just in my corner, but still wanted to be around family because that's what I was raised to always be around my family. We always here for each other. So
yeah.
But my family, I feel like they accepted me no matter what. Before, kind of like my mom did, and then I feel like when my mom saw like, okay, you know, they moving like, you know, it's nothing.
Right.
It kind of helped her a little bit
to accept it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of talks with my mom.
Yeah.
It get like heated because, you know,
she didn't agree,
or she would just ask some weird questions, and it's like sometimes you gotta realize it's not always what you say but how you say it. You know what I mean? Like,
I say that all the time.
And my mom would say some stuff and it'd be like, well, why would you say it like that? Like did you think about that before it came out? Like,
probably not.
Man. And it would just make me upset, and it would be a trigger all over. So it's just like I ain't gonna deal with it.
Right.
I ain't the type of person to like confrontation, so I ain't trying to listen to nothing that's crazy anyway. We could communicate, and I'll sit here and I'll do that with you, but you're not about to yell at me. I'm grown now. I ain't trying to hear it.
Facts. I'm not looking no more.
Nah. But
I can go home.
Exactly. I can go home. Like, I don't gotta be here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been super difficult. Talking about walking into the unknown, like that was one of the unknowns for me. Like, when my mom's love for me, like, flip, would it fade? Would it be different? Like, but surely enough, like, she's coming around.
Yeah.
Everybody is, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
And you just gotta be you. You know what I mean? I think we live in a time where you gotta evolve. You gotta be able to shift your mindset, because people don't always feel like themselves. You know what I mean? And in your case, if you didn't identify with yourself the way you were, if you can change it, why not? You know what I mean? Like, why not feel like confident in yourself? Why not feel the way you actually feel inside on the outside? Right. It's just like working out. Okay, you don't like the way you look on the outside.
Exactly. Go
change it. Yeah. Like, what are we doing? So I feel that. When like, I know your mom is probably still working on it, but is she respectful to this point, like, of your pronouns and like different things like that?
She slips up often, and it bothers me, bro. Because like most people don't realize when you transition, you know what I'm saying, medically it'll catch up with you where, you know, it shows physically. Yeah. And then and people also got to realize there's a science behind it too, like with the hormones and everything. You know, you react different, you know. Your temperament is different, like everything. It's just like on that physiological level, you know what I mean? Things are changing. So I just feel like I kind of lost myself real quick. What was the question again?
Yeah, like with your pronouns and stuff.
Oh yeah. So she would slip up a little bit, and you know, I still find myself to this day like letting it slide. Okay. And that's kind of what bothers me too, because it's like, don't do that. Hold her to that same standard. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do it, you know, I can understand that you'll slip up, and I'm not, you know, mad about that. But just correct yourself. Like,
right.
Oh, I apologize. Let me, you know.
Yeah.
Then when you come like that, then I can respect you. Yeah. But when you are like, you say it and then you don't fix it,
leave it. Yeah.
That's wrong. Like, that's wrong, and that ain't cool with me.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I mean, it's levels to the respect, and I mean, even like still, like when you hit me up and you just popped up out of nowhere, really, because you was so MIA for so long, so many years, like after high school, and that's cool because we was all doing our own thing. True. So it's like, and I like questioned at first. I'm like, huh? But like, not like in a bad way, just like, okay, so let me put 2 and 2 together, because you never spoke on it. So it was like, okay, like, am I slow? Like am Like, is it me? But no, like, but I want you to be comfortable and own who you are, and correct even the people that mean the most to you, because those are the people that matter. You know what I mean? They're the people that hold the most weight in your life. But I think you bring up a good point in saying, like, parents don't understand the weight that they carry, especially when you grow up in a single parent household, or even if you grow up in like a 2-parent household. Like, mothers in general play a very big role in their children's lives, and I realize that now that I'm a mother. But like, I really do recognize that, and I think as women in general, but as parents, we have to do better. You know what I mean? We gotta accept things for what they are. And just like we go through things in our life, or, you know, multiple times we lose ourselves and we gotta find ourselves again. Like, we gotta put ourselves in other people's shoes. And oftentimes that's hard, but everything we do in life is hard. So it's like, we can't sit here and make excuses, and we can't beat ourselves up about it either. But it's like, at the same time, to your point, right, correct yourself in anything you do. Because you are your own brand, you're your own image. Like, you gotta, how you show up is what people are gonna recognize and realize about you. So carry yourself the way you want people to see you. You know,
that's actually a good point. My mom drilled that in us. One of the things that's funny is she'll always tell us, like, don't go outside looking like anything. And still to this day, I can't go outside looking like anything. I don't even care if I'm going to the store up the street. Like, I'm about to put on clothes. Because you don't never know who you're going to bump into, at what time. You know what I'm saying? You always got to be ready. So that's definitely important. But it's kind of almost like a double standard. Because just as much as she drilled that into us, like, it's almost like, okay, well, where is that with you when it comes to other stuff?
Yeah. It
has to translate in everything you do. It can't just be in one aspect of your life. Yeah. Otherwise, you can't practice. I mean, you're not practicing what you preach. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm big on.
Yeah. No, I love that. I do. I love that. And I meant to say earlier, shout out to your girlfriend. She's supportive as fuck. No, I love that. And I feel like people need that in general. Does she come here? Do you get to see her often?
Yeah, she moved back here with me.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up.
So she works at a science place. She's a lab technician.
Oh, okay.
She's super smart.
Yeah, you see me, I'm like, oh, that's a good job. I never cared about school enough to be doing nothing like that.
Listen, especially no science.
That's definitely not science. I felt that class. I did. I had to retake it. But yeah, no, that's what's up. And I do really love that. So, like, going forward, like building your brand and yourself, what are things, and well, not things, what are some goals, like, in the next 5 years that you hope to accomplish?
Oh, I'm pushing the ball forward. I'm going for everything I want and more. I'm planning on having passive income paid for my way of life, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Where I can get to a point where I'm just traveling. Eventually, within a year or two, I'm going to be at that point, and yeah, so I'm just pushing the ball forward, opening as many businesses as I can. We live in a capitalistic state, or country rather. So the best way to, you know, get away a step ahead is, you know, business. You know, you see the Trumps do it, and, you know, everybody. And then why not us? You know what I'm saying? So.
And bring your people with you.
Exactly, bring your people with you, and that's key though. I feel like a lot of people, when they make it, they don't come back. You know what I'm saying? They put their people on. Or just anything, like, you know, employ your people. You know what I'm saying? If you got enough money where you can employ others, employ your people.
Employ your people, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. I got my sister working with me on my podcast.
Okay.
She's a part of the Sulet, you know, corporation in it to begin with, so might as well get used to her face. And now she co-hosts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So really, that's what I'm all about. Passive income though. That's the name of the game right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we living in a time where why work? Why overwork yourself? You know what I'm saying? Why work? Literally.
Yeah.
They got people working from home.
Yeah.
You could be in your bonnet and in the front
chilling,
doing your work. You know what I'm saying? Talking to people on the phone.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like you could be making money in your sleep, and that's where I'm at. I'm looking to get money. Just wherever I'm at. Just, you know
no matter what, so you can live. I believe that. I believe life is not about working for somebody. And granted, like, we do need people to work for people.
True.
But it's like, me personally, I don't carry that mindset. Like, I don't want to work for somebody else because I feel like, I mean, what are y'all doing for me? Y'all don't care about me. Like, if I had an emergency, if I had like something going on, and y'all can't help me, you know, like y'all can't be there for me. Y'all are gonna tell me, oh, you gotta use your vacation time, you gotta use this, you gotta use that, and I'm not for that, because life happens to us all. So it's like, you gotta be, you know, considerate, but it's like, these employers are not gonna do that, because the people at the top, the ones making the money. So it's like, I'm trying to do that for me. I'm trying to work for myself. I'm gonna spend my time on myself. And even if I do work a job, like I'm about to go work this security job overnight. Sheesh, I'm gonna be tired. But I'm not gonna sacrifice time with my children. I'm not gonna sacrifice, you know what I mean, nothing else in my life for a job, period. So I feel that, I really do.
That's interesting that you said that. Currently, that's my job title now. I work overnights, and it's just, the only reason I do it is because it benefits my schedule. I'm in a point in my life where if it doesn't benefit me, where I'm like getting some type of flights cut off on discounts or something, I ain't about to do it. You know what I'm saying? So with this job, it benefits my schedule because I can literally bring my business stuff to work and work on my business stuff. So I don't feel like I'm sacrificing, you know, pushing my business forward, while making money. You know what I mean? So that's why I work the job that I work, and it's been very beneficial. My supervisors are all cool. They even support my brand. Some of them buy my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's been dope.
Shout out to them,
man, for real, because they really been keeping me above water. So, but yeah, it's been great so far.
That's dope. I mean, okay, I don't really have too many more questions, but I do want to say this, like, when we go through life, or when we go through things that, I mean, we don't expect, I mean, anything can really happen. So we don't know what to expect, right? So you talk about like the unknown, you know what I mean? We don't know where our businesses will go. You know, 5 years from now, we know what we're going to do to get there, what we're going to work on to get there. But actually, you know what? I do have a question. So when you were building your business model, what did that look like? Did you include your sisters in that plan from the jump, or did you create your own and then expand off of that?
So they were included from the jump.
Okay.
The way it worked out is kind of like, I feel like it had to be somebody telling me something from above, like, yo, this is how you got to do it. The way it worked out was just too perfect. So I'll break it down like this. You know Nike, right? Nike is a big corporation, of which, you know, there's different shoes. Let's just go with shoes, for example. There's different shoes off of Nike, right? So you got the Kobe's, that's Nike technically. You got LeBron's, that's Nike technically. You know, Air Force One, Nike. You know what I'm saying? So all of these different brands is Nike. So think of it as different businesses. Nike is the corporation, then as the parent company. Then you have these different shoes that's coming off of Nike. That's, you know, their own thing, but within Nike. So again, Soulette LLC corporation. Soulette Fit tangent it off of that. So it's a child company is what they refer to it as. And then, you know, Soulette Amore, and then Soulette Swim. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. So what we're going to do with that is, it's a one-stop shop. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, we just have whatever you need. So when you come to Soulette, you can, and you're looking for anything fitness-wise, whether that's apparel, you're looking for, I don't know, like a meal prep or anything. I can provide you with that. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more on the feminine side, you want your hair done, nails done, lash extensions, all that stuff, my sister got you. She takes care of all of that. But then my sister, Imani, she's getting more into like not bodybuilding, I don't want to say, but bodybuilding. Where if you know anything about that and the swimwear aspect of it, a swimsuit can go for easily like $300.
Facts.
So if you're not only competing in that event where you can win like 10K, you know, minimum, and you're selling your swimsuits and you're rocking your swimsuit, and let's say you win that event, you know what I'm saying? People must be like, yo, like where'd you get that swimsuit? You're advertising
your
right
own
there.
Stuff.
Next thing you know, you got buyers. You know what I'm saying? So you're in these things, you can potentially win money, but at the same time, you're making money. So and I just been telling my sisters, you know, if you're passionate about something, make a business around it, because that passion is what's going to drive you to continue want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Jobs can easily get boring. And then you're like, all right, what's next?
Yeah.
Find something that, fuels your passion and stand behind that and make it a business.
Making
make some
money off of it,
we live in times when people got OnlyFans doing nothing. But you watching them and you paying them.
Yeah, that's
you can
monthly.
Do anything. Kids is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Monetize it. You can do anything pretty much. So that's what I'm telling them. That's what my business model is about.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I love what you said, because you really do have to really plan it.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? You really do. And I think I relate to that in a sense of like, okay, I really only started talking about being serious about my podcast about a month and a half ago. And it was just on some whole, like, I was talking to my best friend and I'm like, I really feel like I need to do this. Yeah. Like, I keep talking about it, but I've been sitting at home for 7 months and I lost my job. And I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. Like, I need to do something. I want to help people. And this is what I talk about all the time. Like, you ask anybody, oh, she just say she want to help people. Yeah. Well, how's she gonna do it? She just want to talk to people. Okay, how you gonna do it? Like, exactly, yeah. It's so, there was so much emptiness behind it, and me sitting down and creating like the plan. What do I want it to look like? What do I want my schedule to look like? Who do I want to be on there? What do I want to talk about? You know what I mean? Like, all those things matter. And it's dope to be around like-minded people, because I think that's so important. Right. It's like, yeah, you do gotta, you know what I mean? Some help people to understand, and you do gotta, you know what I mean? Like, bring some people up to your level.
Yeah, of course.
But if they don't got the potential to be there with you, you gotta leave them where they at.
Facts.
And because everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. You want to bring your people though. You know, you really do. And it's all genuine. It's all love. And it's like, okay, well, when you're ready, hit me.
Exactly.
Because I'll be ready for you. But it's like, get there. Do your work.
Yeah, for sure. You can't wait for nobody. I've learned that, you know what I'm saying? Many times with my sisters, I feel like when they slacking off, and I'll get on them, you know what I'm saying? But I can't make nobody do nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep doing what I'm supposed to do, what the original plan was.
Yeah.
And they get inspired all the time. They, they'll hit me sometimes and like, yo, I did not know you got this person on your show, or something like that. And then they'll be like, all right, I'm about to get on my stuff now, because I see you really
serious.
Yeah. And sometimes you need that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like you said, if you ain't with me, I'm gonna have to respectfully leave you where you at, and I'm gonna have to keep going, because
this train ain't stopping for nobody.
Nobody, for sure. I got a question for you, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
What inspired you outside of wanting to help people to begin a podcast?
I really think I was just searching for the perfect platform to do it. Like, when I was 18, so I was 17 probably. I don't know if you are aware of like VJ Smith, like Mad Dads in the inner city. They do a lot of different things, but at the time, like, I don't know if you remember Deja, whatever, my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
After that whole like relationship, I was really broken, and I had to do something to really like find myself. But I knew I was talented. I used to like write. I never really talked about it. I used to write. I mean, I sang and danced in school, like stuff like that. And I just kind of got to a point where it's like, I feel so lost. I need to go get help. And so Mad Dads in general had like this relationships class, and just to like help you really through like the things you go through in a relationship, after a relationship, just anything. And it was like a class you graduate from. And on my graduation day, like, I wrote a poem, and he didn't know that I could write, you know what I mean? But he always liked talking to me, and he had a radio like show. And he was like, I really need you on my radio show. He was like, I feel like you got stuff to say. Like, you've been through so much, and you need to talk about it. You know what I mean? Because your story could really change people's lives, and you don't understand. And I didn't understand. But it always stuck with me, and I never did the radio show, but I always wished that I did, because it was like, did I short myself? Did I, you know what I mean? Did I miss out, like, doing something like that? And it always came around full circle, like, multiple times in my life. And I'm like, what's stopping you? You know what I mean? You don't work, you don't have a job. You know what I mean? You sit at home with your kids all day. Like, why can't you do something? And just through conversations and talking about it, I was like, I think, podcasts are blowing up right now. And everybody's watching a podcast, listening to a podcast, whatever it is. So for me, it was just okay, I think this is the platform for me. So let me just build my idea around that and go from there, because I'm definitely not where I want to be, but the amount of support I received just launching my stuff and never speaking on it was crazy. Because I'm like, oh, I didn't expect that. Like, as many people to like hit me up or just even watch it, because I didn't think people was really gonna listen. I think I doubted myself, too much, and then I did it, and I'm like, oh, this is actually lit. Like, and you get good feedback, and you're like, okay, well, I gotta keep going now.
Oh yeah,
because people like it.
Yeah.
So it's been a personal journey, because after I lost my mom, I lost myself, and that's like so real, and I talk about it all the time, because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I was so lost, and I'm like, I need to get up out of this ASAP, because I can't be a functional parent. I can't even be a functional person in society right now. Like, I don't even want to get out of bed. So like, what am I doing? And I just had to surround myself with people that were gonna uplift me to pull me out of where I was at. And once they helped pull me out of where I was at, I was able to see things differently. I was able to see things a little more clear. I was able to kind of reset my mind and like where I wanted to go and what I wanted for my children, what I wanted for me. And I took it from there. And so here we are. And this is weird, because I don't think I expected anybody to want to like really be on it. Like, I don't know what I expected, but I'm glad that it did, because I think truthfully, spiritually, like, God was showing me something, like showing me my worth through my own self. You know what I mean? Like, girl, quit tripping. Like, you good. Like, and you're so cool. Like, people don't realize that about you, because whatever people got their preconceived notions of what you were back then, or whatever situation, and it's like, no, I need to rebrand myself, and I need people to see that this is who I am now, and this is who I'm trying to be. Right. So if you accept it, cool. If not, that's cool too. Like, I ain't gonna hate, but you gonna be mad when you couldn't get on. Like, opportunity. Exactly. And train's still going. Cause for real, you talk about it all the time. You be like, dang, like, you never know, the person you treated like BS way back in the day could be the boss's chair you sitting in trying to get a job. Like,
facts. You never know. You
gotta treat people, you know what I mean, like the way that you would like to be treated, for real. And it's like, I mean, granted, if you want to be treated bad, like, that's cool. That's do you? But that can't be on me. And it's like, you talk about like emotional intelligence throughout everything that you go through. Yeah. And it's so, people don't talk about it, I feel like, enough. But you got to understand where you're at mentally, and also understand that whatever people be going through, how they choose to take it out on you is not your problem. Right. Like, that's their problem. So it's like, you talking about your transition, or talking about your business, or, you know what I mean, like, whatever, you have to have a level of like mental maturity, emotional maturity, like, because not everybody's gonna, you know what I mean, support you. Not everybody is gonna be there with you. And I think my belief in God is really my whole thing, because I wouldn't be where I'm at. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mentally, spiritually, like, whatever, I wouldn't be where I'm at, period. Yeah. And it's like, I gotta give thanks for that, because the person I am, I owe it to him. You know what I mean? I owe it to my mother and my father, but it's like, I really don't. Like, God made me who I am. And the things that he put on my plate made me who I am. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's deep, and it's real, and I think people gotta talk about it. You know what I mean? You have to create, if you don't have a safe space, create one. Oh yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's by yourself, like, you gotta, sometimes you do gotta shut yourself out from everybody else, because it's like, I can't listen to you. Like, you're toxic, you're a hater. Like, I can't. And some people don't want to accept that title. I've been a hater many times in my life, but I'm not now. You know what I mean? So it's like, how can we evolve as people? How can we elevate ourselves? How do we bring people, you know what I mean, like, with us, without and show them the potential that they have in themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be a leader, but it's like, dang, I've only ever been a leader to this person, so how do I be a leader to this person? Like, you know, you're constantly learning and evolving. But I think that that's what's so dope and so beautiful about being able to do a podcast or starting a business or whatever, because it shows that, okay, you have the grit to do what you say you're gonna do, and create a lifestyle that you want for yourself, but also you want it for everybody else. But it's like, you can't want it for them more than they want it for themselves. But it's like, so I'm gonna help you as much as I can, but I can't let you drag me down.
Right.
But I'm gonna be here for you 150%, you know?
Always.
So I don't know.
I think it's interesting that you didn't think nobody would want to reach out, let alone myself. I feel like a lot of people from back in like high school days or whatever, I don't know what it is, but I've always been like, cool, whatever preconceived thoughts that they had or whatever that they thought of me, like, honestly, I'm really not that type.
Yeah.
I'm really chill. If anybody was to come up to me from, you know, high school or whatever and just be like, yo, what's up? I will talk, because that's just who I am.
Yeah.
And, you know, back, what was it, middle school? Yeah, we was like, I don't even know what you want to call it. Like, it was like a clique or something.
It was. It was a clique.
We was deep.
We was. There's so many of us.
But yeah, no, I still remember all that. And I still reach out to, you know, people that I was close to back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Gage, you know, people like that. I still rock with to this day, Joy.
Yeah.
But I just feel like a lot of people, you know, we live our lives, you know.
We do.
A lot of people, we're just busy. We get caught up in it. But, you know, still all love on this end for any everyone, you know what I'm saying? So
period.
That's what it is. But yeah, I think that you'll be surprised at how many people will want to just be on. I saw your message and stuff like that, and that's what I'm about. That's what I'm aligning myself with.
Right.
So, plus I just need to get better with talking. sometimes my social little clock, or just what I can take, get full, and I just be like, all right, I'm done. No more people. But I gotta put myself in uncomfortable situations to elevate.
That's a
where I'm
fact.
at right now.
As a fact, as an introvert, it's hard.
It is.
It's so hard.
You gotta understand.
Yeah, no, for real. I used to sit here like for 10 minutes before I started my podcast, like, okay, what I'm just about to talk to myself. Like, this is so.
Let me get myself ready.
Ready. But it's like I gotta not think about it like that, because I'm really not talking to myself. Like, I'm really, you know, talking to people. But it's weird. But being around people, I understand that as an introvert, because it's like, it is draining. You know what I mean? To talk to somebody, or you have to be around people all the time. Like, that's too much. Like, when you're an introvert, you're like, I need my me time. I need to just reset, and I'll see you tomorrow. When I got some more energy in me. And it's not that like they're bad people, it's just that I'm just tired. Like, this is a lot for me because I'm uncomfortable. So I put out more energy when I'm uncomfortable, and I gotta work harder to do something.
Exactly.
So I feel that. And I mean, you're welcome on my podcast anytime. And you inviting me on yours meant everything to me. Like, I was talking about this to a few of my like people that really do support me, and I'm like, I don't think he realized, like, that was kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, I feel blessed 150%. I really do, and grateful. I just was so thrown off. I'm like, dang, I didn't think nobody would want to talk to me though. Like, I be wanting people to talk to me, but like, I don't.
I mean,
it's self-doubt. You know what I mean? It's a lot of insecurity, and starting your own like thing, or your own business, or just whatever it is you're trying to do. You know, we carry so many insecurities behind that, but it's like, how do I work past those and not like show it, you know, because you really don't want to show that like you're insecure about like things like this, because it's like people are rooting for you, but it's like you gotta keep it real, and that's what I'm about. Like, I'm gonna always keep it real. This ain't perfect. We ain't where we want to be, but we gonna get there, and you know, I'm gonna bring my people with me.
Facts. And that's what it's about. Me asking you on my podcast was, my whole thing is, I want to bring my people with me, whether that's you coming on my podcast and I'm promoting you. I'm putting you into a different, you know, population of people to expose yourself to.
Facts.
You got a podcast, okay, well, tell them about it. Tell them what you have to offer. Let them see what I see as far as potential, you know what I'm saying? Just give you a different audience to appeal to. You never know who's watching. You never know who you might catch. So
Facts.
I mean, I got a little bit of a following, so any publicity is good publicity. So.
Any publicity, yeah. Well, I prefer the good publicity, but
I mean,
yeah.
even haters,
sure.
haters
They
too,
do, they do.
They get you there too.
They do.
So
They
yeah,
do. That's real.
That's why, and that's why I do the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm big on black-owned businesses. We don't get the time of day, man. They don't give us the media coverage that we need.
Facts.
I feel like it's always like gun violence or something along those lines, some bad story.
A negative image.
Painting us terribly. You know what I mean? We ain't even all about that. If anything,
Facts.
if anybody know us really, we want to just love on people and just elevate. That's it.
If
Push
they
the
took
ball
the
forward.
time to just watch and
Exactly.
listen.
So that's what my podcast is about. You know what I'm saying? We talking about wellness, but we also talking about worth. And we connecting the dots, and we putting our black-owned businesses on at the same time. You know.
Facts.
So that's what it's about.
Yeah. No, I love that. And my best friend's so good about that. I need to be better about, you know what I mean, like supporting black-owned businesses. But I do my best, to do that. And I think, when you surround yourself around more people that do that, you find it to be more of a habit. So the people you create, your circle, you know what I mean? The people you want in your life, you gotta make sure that they're good people.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And yeah, but I love that. And I'm doing better. But I see you doing your thing, you and your sisters, and I love it so much. And I have a feeling, it's like, I don't know, my spiritual gift is prophecy. So it's like, I don't like necessarily see things, but it's like I feel things, and it's like I feel so much success, you know what I mean, like coming your way, and knowing that like there's gonna be bumps in the road, and you know what I mean, it's not gonna always look how you want it to look, but it's gonna come. And I feel like you need to know that. But
that's dope. Hey, listen, I'm with all of that. Hey,
yeah, facts. All the
least,
positivity.
I know, like, I always tell myself, if I was to know the end goal, I don't need to know how I'm gonna get there, because I know my work ethic and how I am genuinely will get me there.
Yeah.
But if I was to know that, it would bring a little bit of relief to myself, because it's just like, all right, Z, you just gotta keep running. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna do it regardless. But just to know, have a little insight.
Yeah.
But I like when people tell me spiritual things, or they get that type of aura or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know that, because
it just means you're doing your thing. That's all. You know what I mean? It's just confirmation for what you already feel about yourself. But sometimes we gotta hear it, because it's like sometimes we don't feel like we doing enough.
Oh yeah.
But it's like you're doing it. You know what I mean? So give yourself a little bit of grace through the process too, because the process is the process, and that's where we learn. So it's like you can't get too down. You know what I mean? As people, we can't get too down on ourselves, and we can't beat ourselves up about stuff, because it's life. And at the end of the day, we gotta wake up and do it again. And whether that's a bad day or a good day, we don't know how it's gonna go. So we gotta just keep a positive attitude as much as we can about it.
Honestly, that's key. I try to tell myself every time, like, you know what I'm saying? They give you this analogy, like, I think it's about money. I can't remember how much it was, but they like, when somebody stole this much from you, would you let that affect you? You know what I'm saying? Even though you're taking back like all this money.
Yeah, even though you got all this money.
Right. And the answer is no. Because at the end of the day, you got all this money. That's like insignificant. So then when it comes to time, why would you let somebody steal your, 10 seconds of your time, a minute of your time, and dwell on that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let that go. Forgive and just keep going. Forgiveness isn't for you all the time. It's for them all the time. It's for you.
For you.
You know what I mean? To continue on. So I've learned that even with my like transition and just everything, I just forgive and listen. I gotta keep it going.
And I just gotta go.
I gotta keep going.
Yeah. No, that's real, and I love that so much. And that's a great analogy. And I'm thank you for coming on my podcast today. And I think we offer a lot. You know what I mean? And just genuine conversation to people, because I talk to so many people. You talk to people, you're like, okay, you listen to podcasts. You know what I mean? Like, how is that? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think about that?
Right.
So they give you their opinions, and it's like, you're welcome to give me your opinions. Right. You know what I mean?
Like, what's to you?
Yeah, but it's like, I wing shit, and it's just because it's genuine that way. You know what I mean? And people can really see, you know what I mean? Like, the conversation and the vibe and the aura that can really be there when everything is not scripted, or, you know what I mean? Like, you're not like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know, you know, but I enjoy the time I get to do this because it is important to me and it's something that I have a passion about. So it don't feel like, I'm working. It just feels like I'm building the things that I want and I'm doing it and I'm happy doing it.
Yeah, of course.
So it don't feel like a job. It just feels like I'm having fun. I'm living my life. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. What really God and the spirit world really wants us to do is just live.
Yeah, that's it. And live freely.
Freely, yes, and be us.
Holistically and just love.
That's it. That's what it's about. So I guess as we go into this week, as y'all go into this week, like keep that in the forefront. You know what I mean? Like stay positive about your situations because you never know when something could change for you in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? You don't know how close you are to the light until you get to the light. And I feel that and I believe that. And so hit Z up. Got a lot of businesses going
Follow
on.
me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm on it all. And tune in.
Tune in. Yes, I love it. And I'll be on Z's podcast. So y'all gonna see me there. Yes. But love you all and I will catch y'all later.
All right, y'all. Peace.